It's the NFT morning show, and boy, are we all high. Man, who didn't smoke weed this morning? You know, that's the question. Smoke weed every day, am I right? This is the NFT morning show. You know, we're high as usual, high on life. Some of y'all thinking that smoking weed is going to clear your mind up. It ain't. I'm just letting you know. But today's a special day where you can get away with it and no one cares.
No one will judge you.
No
you
one
can
will
be
judge
walking down the street with abnormally high levels of anxiety because you smoke some mids and too much of it. Or you took some edibles and you didn't know that those are up only, like PEPE.
I mean,
but no one can judge you.
If you're walking around New York, the anxiety used to be the concern that you were going to get arrested. Someone's going to catch you smoking weed.
Now it's going to get robbed, right?
Oh, that wasn't why I was concerned. Was that your source of anxiety growing up?
Not at all. No, never thought I was going to get robbed once as a child.
I mean, I thought maybe I'd get like jumped or something like that in the gang-ridden schools that I went to growing up. But other than that, it wasn't about showing up high to school, which I used to do, was risky because it was like, yo, you reek of weed and you're just walking through the hallway by the principal being like,
yep. How did I never realize as a child doing that, and it was just like, dude, no one will know. And it's like you genuinely can smell it.
Well, the problem is like you're walking with a crowd. You know what I'm saying? So like they're going to have to isolate the person that smells like weed. And like, that's a risky proposition. That was my general thought. So like,
but then you sit down in a classroom and you're in a spot, they'll find it. Like it's there.
That is a good point.
We did it in his car. We would, he had that Febreze fabric spray and he would just kind of nuke the whole car before we got out of it. So
we sales went up because of that. Like
oh,
Febreze became known as, it wasn't even a household cleaner product anymore. It was just a weed product, car freshener.
Yep. That and the black ice car fresheners. Those were the go-to. Just really strong odors, you know?
You know what?
We would walk by our principal's office and he'd be like, did you all do your laundry together? And we'd be like, no, sir. Same brand now.
I got to say, in New York as well, I prefer to walk behind someone who's smoking weed than someone who's smoking a cigarette.
Oh,
I don't know how you guys feel about that. I much prefer the smell of like passive weed than passive like.
I like going by it. I was driving to pick up some boxes yesterday for moving, and I literally, like, as I'm going by, there's two dudes sitting outside just enjoying their afternoon, smoking a joint basically at a restaurant outdoors. I was like, damn, is that restaurant like cool with that? But like there's no one else seated out there, so I guess it's fine. And I was like, when in passing, it's a good thing. If I'm like sitting there, eventually I'm gonna be like, yo, man, like like blow over that way. Like but yeah, I agree with that. And you guys make good points about the Febreze side of things. That was the origin of that. What you could also do is, well, anyways, bottom line is, man, I never smoked weed. I don't know anything about that. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been just sober all my life. Let's dive into the show. We're going to be discussing, well, obviously, Pepe's price action. There's some crypto price action conversations that I really want to have because I'm thinking about aping hard right here. You're muted, Kicks. But I did see you indicate that maybe you're on the same page.
Interesting.
Well, did you see Mr. John Bollinger tweet?
What's that fuckboy up to?
John Bollinger said that the Bitcoin is doing a nice consolidation right here, and I sent the technicals to Easy yesterday of ETH, and I was saying that's looking real nice. It bounced off of. Literally bounced off of one of the levels that I've been watching for a long time, around 1930. This time it was 1934. Great year to be alive, as we all know.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. I don't follow John for anything other than Bollinger Band squeezes. Like I don't care about his other indicators, you know.
But that's what he was talking about now.
No, it's not in the bands yet. It's tightening up though. He is right. It's consolidating. We could have a setup here coming in the near future. But yeah, I'm chilling, man.
So you're saying this premature?
Maybe a little premature. Maybe let it cool off a little bit longer. I mean,
who you tend to get a little eager.
Yes, it's okay.
But here we are. We're going to discuss things, and we have people who are on stage to discuss it. This is the NFT Morning Show. We do this pretty much every day, Monday through Friday. As Pio likes to say, each and every week, but I feel like that's implied when you say 5 days a week. Like, I feel like that, like it's sort of a redundant statement. So I'm gonna switch it up. Every day, Monday through Friday. That's all you need to know. It's 9 a.m. Now it's 9:12. Good morning, and I want to shout out our sponsor. You know who it is. One of the best free NFT platforms where you can also buy NFTs as well is SoRare. With the 2023 NBA playoffs underway, I haven't been able to watch them because of Verizon. Shout out to Verizon, who can't figure out how to get my television working. I got to like hop on a call with somebody, figure it out. It then disconnects the internet. Then my phone service doesn't work because I'm on a high level, but that has nothing to do with SoRare. Their NBA is excited to announce its inaugural playoff competition with even better rewards. SoRare NBA. SoRare is giving away over $100,000 of prizes during the NBA playoffs, including NBA memorabilia, merchandise, and even VIP tickets to the All-Star game next year. They're one of the biggest games in crypto. You know this. With millions of registered users and hundreds of thousands of monthly active users, the best part is free to play. Damn, we're coming for SoRare. We got some active users. Talk about monthly active users. I mean, we got like 45,000 monthly active users. So we're coming after maybe even more.
Better than OpenSea.
Oh yeah, dude, our daily active users is bigger than the whole NFT market.
That's not even possible.
It is.
That's fucking awesome.
You can collect, buy, sell, and play with officially licensed digital NBA player cards in weekly tournaments. They allow you to showcase your basketball knowledge to compete in free-to-play game tournaments and win rewards based on your player's real-life performance. They say your basketball knowledge. I'm wondering if they're dropping trivia next. You keep these prizes to continue building your lineups or sell for USD and ETH. That's called liquidity, baby. And when we're looking for a market, that's the one thing we're looking for, liquidity. SoRare also just had another record-breaking sale. I can't even speak. With an Erling Haaland card going for $180,000. Okay, I'm going to show how unknowledgeable I am about NBA in expressing the fact I don't know who Erling Haaland is. Can somebody tell me?
I think first male to fly across the English Channel.
Easy. You want to unmute yourself?
He's not a basketball player, Nick. He's a soccer player.
Oh, okay. Well, then that would make a lot of sense.
He plays for. He's a Norwegian soccer player.
I was like, it doesn't sound like I've never
sitting
heard.
there like this is not even a rookie in the next like 2 years. Like this guy's not even committed to a college. Who is Erling Howard? Like
Talk about a transition. Oh man,
Norwegian. Oh, this guy. I know this guy. I've seen him before.
For all, he looks like a Norwegian, I'm assuming. For all the MLB fans, what is this transition?
I drink a couple pints with this guy and maybe Zidane someone.
Clemente, did you write this?
Dude, you drink a couple pints with that guy and you're gonna end up in some trouble. Like, yeah, you guys are getting into some nefarious activity.
100%, bro. This guy's definitely throwing down.
Dude, we went from basketball to soccer to now.
Well, dude, they have soccer, they have baseball.
Dude, they have
just
so
wait till
many
they get NASCAR, bro. NASCAR SoRare will go crazy. There's a massive community of that. They're crushing. They're crushing.
Well, they're giving away a limited Mike Trout. As we know, Mike Trout, not a fish. They're giving away that card to listeners who sign up with the link in the pinned tweet.
And Mike Trout's a baseball pitcher, right?
He's
Trout,
arguably the best batter in MLB history. Hard stop ever.
I got the right sport. Great jawline.
and he plays for the team that no one pays attention to, the Angels.
What are you talking about? Come on now. Albert Pujols went there after his short stint in the Cardinals. Dude, the Angels got a squad.
Shohei Ohtani. I don't know why I brought that up.
Well, he's arguably the best two-way player.
Sometimes they confuse this this organization with the Moneyball team, and when in fact it's not. So they also have that to be known for.
I didn't. When did the Angels end up being? Were they always Los Angeles?
I thought you were about to say, when did the Angels get launched? Like it's a project. I think they might have been Anaheim before.
And what was the
Anaheim Angels? 100%.
Wasn't that movie based on the Angels?
No, it was based on the
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
It just happened, Nick. 2005.
There we go.
Yesterday.
1965 to 1996, they were the California Angels, an entire state. I didn't realize that was a possibility. Guys, I'm not good with sports trivia, and that shows, and it's also probably a good thing because I wouldn't have ended up
it's fine
involved with NFTs if I was really good with sports. You know what I'm saying?
At trivia night, I feel like you'd be real good at like biology and probably geography.
Nah, dude, he's definitely a physics guy. Like
I didn't do.
I gotta commend all of you for the sponsor read of the century. I didn't know a sponsor read could be so electric.
Where are you? Like you're on the go
happy
somewhere right now?
Handling business.
Pio needs to get to work, dude. He's out here. It's past 9 o'clock. Pio likes to just like take hours off at a time. You know, that's the way that he rolls.
I'm shipping the tablet.
Oh well, there we go.
I'll bring it back to the NBA and to the sponsor read. I was in the NBA Players Office. I was in the NBA Players Association office in New York. Ooh, that's a mouthful. And they've got a basketball court in the office. It's not a full basketball court, but it's like still pretty big. And it's where the players come to train when they're in New York, and they're not obviously playing the game. So that's
awesome.
So excited. You won't believe it. When you go there, the hoops, they have like these Swarovski crystal hoops when you enter the office. And then when you go to the basketball court, I was like, I'm going to shoot some 3-pointers because, I'm just like kicks his height. So let's do that. It is so hard to shoot a 3-pointer. I had to turn around and throw it backwards just to get the leverage for it to hit the hoop. And it didn't go in, but it did hit the hoop. So shout out to the basketball players for getting paid the big bucks. And you should check out SoRare to see why they're paid millions.
You can go to the nifty.com/SoRare. Thank you for that mic drop signal. Yeah, let's move on to the weather report.
Let's do that, guys. On to what's happening on Thursday, 420. It's 420. Total market volume coming in at 33 million, while Blur is up at 20 million. OpenSea down in the single digits at 8.1. On to leaders, we saw Apes go sub 50, but they have recovered back to 52 ETH. Mutants down at 11.4, Punks at 50. Azuki holding that 15.4, D-Gods 8.6. Captain's Pudgies was pretty much the same, while Moonbirds down at 2.9, trying to hold 3 there. Over the past 24 hours, Adidas introduced the Indigo Hertz pack. It's an IRL collection, token gated for the alts holders. It's going to be 2 pieces. It's going to be sneakers in collaboration with Apes, Punks Comic, and G-Money, as well as a Punks Comic printed hoodie. Check those out if you are an alt holder. The collection is set to drop this month. On to what's happening in crypto. Coinbase have announced that they have secured a license to operate in Bermuda. The CEO has basically said that until the US and the UK create clarity around regulation, they are off. They're actually going to be opening the offices in Bermuda next Wednesday. So if you need a job, there you go. On to
That's
Ledger.
what I call a check. Not a checkmate, but a check.
Check. Exactly. That is a check. I agree. Ledger received strong criticism on Twitter for offering a Ledger Nano X bundled with an exclusive chain that would actually allow you to wear it around your neck. The Twitter commenters flooded the post saying that
shit.
it is While Nick said it's the dumbest shit, other Twitter commenters have said it's the worst product idea ever and how to get robbed starter kit. I like that. And then lastly, if you're into art, GM DAO, which is known for its blind curation process, have introduced a new product offering called Select. It's going to be a bit like similar to Art Blocks, where the studio will invite artists to come in and submit their generative artwork. Select kicks off at the end of this month with a new piece, and that token for GM DAO is trading at 1.65 onto crypto. We're going to get into it more, but BTC down at 28.7, ETH at 1.9, Solana at 22.5, Ape down at 4.1. So crypto down, but holding for now. Back to you, Nick, Kicks, and Easy.
I'm butt holding as well. In terms of the Ledger thing, I saw Bryson post his like new position as chief gamer for Ledger, and I saw him wearing this around his neck, and I was like, yo, you'll do anything for money, huh, Bryson? Come on this show, let's talk about it. Like,
Well,
like,
I mean, if you think about it, logically, if they just grab the ledger, they can't do shit with it. They'd have to grab the ledger and then kidnap you. So I guess if you're getting kidnapped anyways, you don't care if the ledger's easy to get pulled off.
I mean, it just makes you look like a loser also. I think that's like the issue that you run into with this is it's like, I
Nick,
don't know.
you're going to be rocking this within a year, guaranteed.
Look, as this, I'm the standard of cool, man.
You do have some style. I'm impressed. That hoodie, that brown hoodie the other day that Signal gave you props for, I liked it. Nick, I don't know if you've seen something that I don't like, which is what I linked in private chat, the unique users across.
Yeah, I
NFTs
retweeted
right
that.
now. Straight ski
Well,
slope down.
Hold on, we're about to discuss that in 1 second. First, though, Kicks, we have to get in the newsletter. The NFT, well, the Nifty newsletter that goes out every single morning. You can sign up at thenifty.com. There's a bug with the leaderboard that I got to fix once again. We got to figure out what to do with that damn leaderboard. Honestly, most people don't give a shit about it. A few people do. But more importantly, they care about free NFTs, and that's what you can get if you go sign up at thenifty.com. And we're going to be rolling out a bunch of updates. You're wondering, so I just show up and enter a code every day? Is this literally all that there is to it? No, that's not all that there is to it. You want a complete set, though, because that's going to get you access to things, including the allow list from Bodagos. But anyways, top stories from the newsletter today. Amidst the current shitcoin season, Memeland's Memecoin account tweeted for the first time, hinting at their highly anticipated token. Curious how the floor price went off of that. Nakamigos posted a cryptic tweet teasing another half of the story for Nakamigos holders coming, quote, later this year, causing the floor price to surge over 30%. Moonbirds Day One Nesters were airdropped a Diamond Exhibition Day One pass that can be burned for an art piece from one of 22 artists in the curated Diamond Exhibition. The pass currently trades at 0.26 ETH. Damn. You'd expect it would be maybe slightly higher, but 0.26 is pretty good for free. PEPE, this week's popular meme coin, experienced a flash crash as its Twitter account was temporarily suspended, then surged to an all-time high following the reinstatement. Why does anyone care about their official Twitter account?
Because,
Elon's
dude,
scared, dude. It's stronger
there's
than
also
Doge.
so many. Oh my God, Bunny.
Okay, I believe in you both.
Okay. So it's because there's so many fake contracts going around that you need like an official source of what's the real one. As someone who got rugged on 3 different fake fade tokens yesterday, you have to be conscious of the Twitter, like really conscious of it.
I go and look at Coin Market Cap. I check out the contract there, and then I verify it from the website.
You're so late. If you're going to Coin Market Cap and not aping off of a contract link sent in a DM from someone you've never met, then you're not doing shit coins right.
Yeah,
that is correct. But here we are. Sotheby's will begin auctioning off Three Arrows Capital's infamous NFT collection on May 19th, featuring several CryptoPunks, Chromie Squiggles, Fidenzas, Ringers, and more. I saw something about Bored Apes as well, and the auction starts below the floor price, which makes sense. I mean, and oftentimes those auctions go below, especially when they're sold in bulk. That's it for the newsletter. Sign up at thenifty.com. Let's dive into the tweet, actually, that Kix just shared from John Carlo. An incredible drop off in unique NFT buyers, sellers in the last week. Less than 10,000 wallets now on all platforms.
So bad. I'm like, is the data? Let's make sure the data feed's accurate. You know, it's like that kind of bad.
Yeah. I don't know why it's that low. I mean, that seems ridiculous.
I mean,
That's
Because everyone's trading on Dex Screener and
Shitcoin. Yeah, that's the shitcoin pivot right there.
That's exactly what it is. And a lot of the same people who were buying just random pictures are now making trades on shitcoins. Gas is $50. So there's no more degen mints, which is what a lot of these same people were trading, because gas is more expensive than the mint. So like that's a big reason for it. And with gas also pumping right now, people are just buying elsewhere. If you look at like the Gas Guzzler site that shows like what is being used the most that's causing gas surges, it's almost entirely Uniswap. Like basically everything on there is Uniswap V2, Uniswap V3, and like 3 or 4 other swaps.
Also, as well, just on that chart, the platform that put out that data, they followed up and they retweeted that you have to take that chart with a grain of salt. That actually, if you look over the 90 days, the 90-day week-on-week chart shows a stable number of users and sales. So you do have to look more long-term before we start saying that we are skied off a cliff.
So it may just be like 1 week that's low.
Yeah, exactly.
Days
it's 3 to 5 days. Like if you look at it, it's literally like since Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, so false alarm. False alarm, everybody. I retweeted it. John Carlo, dude. How dare you? That's just ridiculous. Coming out, circulating, concern. I'm literally on tweet. Gabe Layden. I'm on Twitter. Gabe Layden just posted something. I'm on tweet. What the hell am I talking about? Gabe Layden.
420 for Nick.
said, oh, smoke that weed, dude. Exchanges are turning NFTs into worthless intermediaries for earning coins. If NFT liquidity is the problem, why collect NFTs when you can trade coins? That's exactly what happened. He posted that. He's posting that chart as well. I'm going to unretweet this. I'd like to get the source of the other person. Where did you see? Can you link privately, Clemente, in the private chat, that other tweet from the source that provided clarification? Thank you. So false alarm, everybody. We're not concerned. This isn't going to completely screw things over. But let's discuss coins for a second here. First of all, the PEPE run continues. This says market cap is 135 million. I think it may actually be slightly higher now. And my thought was, well, the comparison that everybody's doing is Shiba versus PEPE. That's what's going on right now. So, yeah, no, it does look like the fully diluted market cap is 132 million. What do we think here? Is this the next Shiba, or is this just quick pump and dump?
Quick pump and dump.
Yeah. Spencer said it very well when he was talking about it on the show. I trade, there's a level to like shit coins, and I like the farthest I usually get is like shit coins with like some roadmap. So I missed this one. I'm fine with it. I'm happy for everybody that cooked. I'm not buying it at $130 million market cap. And if it goes to $1 billion, that's awesome. But I'm not a buyer here, but I hope that it goes to the moon for all of the holders. It's just not in my wheel book.
But why not throw a little bit of like I threw like 0.15 ETH at it. I'm up to like 0.25 ETH.
Oh, dude, great. You can pay like 4 days of rent.
Sorry, what?
You can pay like 4 days of rent.
Maybe like 1 day.
Maybe 3 hours. Have you seen the spot?
Do you know like the meta I feel like we're in? I feel like 2021 was like, you know, when you're in a Bond film and they go to the back room and you have to wear a tux and you have to like, the women look beautiful, the men look gorgeous, and everyone is at the high tables, or there's like baccarat, you know, just like really highly sophisticated, very
That's usually where I hang out. Yeah.
I know, Nick, that's where you hang out. That's what was 2021. Now I feel like we're in 2023 and I got kicked out the room and now I'm at the slot machine, just like putting in the last of my coins, trying to get a Hail Mary past. It is like, Jessica Yotrowski, she was on Artist Spotlight so like some weeks back. She said this line, which always stayed with me. I said, what's the difference between DJing and gambling? And she goes, there's no difference. I used to live in Las Vegas and both of them have the same look in their eye. And that is where we're at. We're just at like pure gambling. And I'm with Kicks now. I'm just like, hey, if people are making bags of this, well done to you. Like, you do you, but I'm just gonna sit on the sidelines for this, save my ETH, let it appreciate, and wait for something more interesting.
I mean, look, I think this is the next Shiba, and it better be. I need some light. Look, I'm looking for a spare $20,000 to show up in my account this year. That's like if I can get another $20,000, we good. Like that's what it would really change my life, because I could pay for some extra rent. I could go on a trip maybe. I could put a little bit more into savings. There's a lot of things you can do with a spare $20,000. And if PEPE, delivers on the promise that, we all have for it, which is that it becomes the next Shiba.
We've seen this cycle though. Like December of last year was a very similar cycle where it was like altcoin, shitcoin kind of season. And then January, February ran up pretty nicely, which you kind of see these cycles that do happen. And honestly, with gas being where it is, we've actually seen a little bit uptick in other like L2s and even Solana, where people are once again realizing like gas fees are much cheaper on L2s and all L1s. So like there are ecosystems still thriving. There's moves to be made, but just like right now, like what's on the horizon for ETH to get people excited again? We're waiting for the other deed game to come out with heavy metal and the Kodamara to drop. We're still waiting for whatever's next there, but there's not like any major hype mints either. So like when you look at upcoming mints, normally that drives the speculation and price action, because upcoming mint dates, things like that are the catalysts that get people excited and start trading to try to get exposure, figure out where things are moving. But right now there's nobody talking about like this is the next big mint on ETH. And I think that does have a cause and effect of people looking elsewhere and trying to just find additional opportunities, or even just sitting sidelines. Like a lot of people forget too, like the age-old adage for financials and like equities is like sell in May, go away. And it seems like we're kind of front running that by about a month. So even that's like, it's not a bad thing to see it right now. We're going into the summer lull. And we've had like kind of some heavy hits on a lot of the things around traditional like crypto from institutions. I mean, we even have like Coinbase moving offshore. So like, I think right now we're kind of seeing this shift. I don't think by any means it's like the end, but like this lull is not a bad time to just start focusing on like other chains and getting exposure somewhere and just learning ecosystems till it comes back.
Why are you calling it a lull right now?
There's sub 10K people on ETH.
All right. Well, that chart was misleading apparently. So, and Giancarlo, dude, come on, man. You're better than this. Okay. Sharing that sort of false information around is ridiculous. I'm going to pause on calling it a full-blown lull. That said, nicer weather. When did I feel like we're still, when the nice weather comes out, I feel like we're still in the like early post-COVID years. Like it's still, I don't know what your feeling is associated with it, but this entire boom came out of COVID, right? With NFTs and everything else. And I feel like it pulled in a lot more people into the NFT space, into the crypto space, and a lot more people stuck around this time. So it's hard to call it like a full-blown lull, but I will say it is nice to see because we've been anticipating like really kind of borderline, you need like depressive level like activity so that people get flushed out. And that kind of feels like where we're at. That said, we see a lot of people still doing like on our own platform, collecting free NFTs, and we haven't even introduced all the dynamics that we're going to launch. And I think that that's really the bigger thing, is that we need to see broader applications which have low friction. And I think that's where we're going to see a lot of this activity moving forward. So
I think from a easy, and I know you've talked about this a little bit, from my point of view, I've actually a reason why I've held off on a lot of trading in April in the last like couple of weeks is I think I'm personally waiting for May 1st when Blur listing rewards go down, and instead of being 2x or just 1x, because I think that's going to normalize the trading activity a little bit. And I think that could potentially be a net positive for this space when that normalizes a little bit. We get some people that were sitting on the sidelines start feeling comfortable buying again.
Yeah, I feel that 100%. I've also been talking to some people, like me personally, I've just felt like a little burn out in terms of like what NFT trading and buying is for like the last 2 months. It just doesn't seem like there's been a lot of really interesting projects coming out. Like, you know, this year so far, I can count on like one hand, like the actual interesting projects. You know, I still think the most interesting thing, I think Seize the Means was late last year, but the most interesting thing this year so far for me has been like the Jack Butcher ecosystem, like where I feel like he's actually doing interesting, innovative things. Just for me, I've been trading since January 2021, like flipping profile pic JPEGs, you know what I mean? And just like Outlaws is like the perfect example of it, right? Mint 0.05 pops to 0.25. Now, I don't know where it's at now, but last time I checked, it's 50% below mint cost. You know what I mean? And it's just like you're playing hot potato. You know what I mean? And I feel like we need some sort of new meta, right? We always talk about new metas. We had it's 50% below mint price Outlaws. So we've had PFPs for a while. We've had art for a while. Both are kind of struggling right now. Everybody talks about gaming, but one of the things is that people, I think the actual traders in this space, they don't actually want to play a game. You know what I mean? They'll trade a game asset, but they're not the actual players necessarily of these games. So I would love for gaming to be like the next big meta, but I don't know what's coming next. But I think there just needs to be some sort of fresh blood in the space that's going to get people excited again. That may just be me personally talking, but I've like talked to some other people in the NFT space that have been around for a while that like share kind of similar thoughts, that it's just kind of getting, you know, like repetitive. And I think we're due for some sort of like, you know, upheaval or change of pace.
Sorry, Pio's texting me at the same time, so I'm a little bit thrown off. Punks and Apes both dipped below 50 ETH. Slightly recovered. I did see the Apes had dropped down to basically the price at where I had exited. Where are we thinking this heads? Does this go lower? Any thoughts?
I think it's, you know, pretty dependent on what ETH does, but also I think that it, you know, those things are kind of the bellwether, you know, for the interest in the overall NFT market. And I think just in general, people are, especially in April, much more interested in trading coins than they are in trading NFTs right now. So like there's not as much liquidity flowing into these kinds of things. But I'm hopeful that we're playing the 2021 playbook, because like this pretty much exact same thing happened in 2021. 2021, January and February were great NFT months. Crypto was also moving up. March and April were terrible NFT months, and crypto continued to move up and do well. April, I remember a lot of shitcoin trading. I was just buying random tokens that people were recommending to me. And then May, crypto cooled off and people shifted into NFTs. And in May, that's when we had like Gutter Cat Gang launch. That's when we had Bored Ape Yacht Club blow up. So I'm hopeful that May we start to get, you know, some more NFT action. There's a lot of people out there that traded NFTs during the bull that are mostly token traders, and a lot of them have been saying like they're keeping an eye on the NFT space because they think, you know, they're just like what happened in 2021. There could be a shift back there, but I think like we need some sort of catalyst for that shift, some sort of interesting new meta. So maybe Punk 6529 can come up with something cool.
I sold mine assuming that the floors could go lower. But we'll see. It's also that was also just personal exposure to it. But someone or Clemente wrote that will punks flip ape. I mean, so had the apes flipped the punks again? I thought punks have remained above apes for a while now.
Punks have remained above apes for quite a long time now.
Yeah. And the other question here is, will NFTs always be valued in USD? I mean, my answer is yes. I remember when ETH was pumping, everyone was like, NFTs trade in ETH. And I'm just like, okay. Yeah, it says ETH maxis and people wanting me to buy their NFTs off of them.
Taxes would be much easier if everyone traded in USDC. That's for sure. It wouldn't be this like, you know, three-way like balance sheet. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm waiting for something new. I'm hoping there's some great new action coming out in May. Get people excited again. Get people in the game, trading. I think apes and punks will still do fine. I mean, you know, can they keep dipping? Sure, but like once again, we saw 60K for Bored Ape Yacht Club in November, right? In May, you could have got punks for 50, 60K, right? Both of them. You had opportunities last year to get both of those projects for 50, 60 grand. Even with this recent pullback, they're up 80%. Like they're up as much as ETH is up, you know? So it's not like these things are like hitting fresh new lows or anything like that. I think this is just like the general trends that we see in a bear market. We're going to see a lot of, you know, ups and downs. So January and February were good. March and April were bad. Hopefully we get a new resurgence. Maybe it's the Legend of Mara. Who knows? Maybe Yuga Labs comes out with a banger of a game and lots of people are playing and excited, and that helps kick some liquidity in the space. I don't know, but we need something fresh to get the people that are on the outside in.
I'm looking for a casual mobile game, basically, like one that I can get addicted to, like the Solitaire Cash that I've been playing recently, where you accidentally click a button and suddenly 1,000 of your gems are gone, and you're like, what the hell? And now they converted it into cash instead. And I'm like, I don't want cash. I want gems. I just wanted to collect gems. That's why I was playing. I like seeing that number go up. And it's literally just solitaire. That's what I'm looking for. Simple, casual games. Clemente, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I mean, Kicks, this just goes back to like why I think meme coins are popping off right now is because the adoption of them is so much easier right now than getting anyone into any sort of NFTs, right? All someone needs to do is find a TikTok video on PEPE and be like, oh, damn, this looks cool. I'm going to buy it.
One went viral yesterday. Yeah, 480,000 views on it.
Yeah.
And then it was someone saying, I'm not buying here. And then his very next TikTok was him waking up at 2 in the morning and buying it. He was like,
that's awesome.
I gotta fucking buy it. It was hilarious. I was pleasantly surprised.
But definitely, Clemente, your spot. Like, because here's the thing: if like what we talked about is like a lot of the trades in NFTs over the last 2 months have literally been like meme coin style things. Anyways, you're buying it, you're trying to sell it at a higher price, right? It with just straight tokens, shit coins. It's so much easier to do that. You click buy, you can sell it all in one transaction instantly without having to list or do any of this other stuff. You know, a lot of people have said that like NFTs are shit coins with pictures, right? So like the fact that a lot of people are just trading the shit coins without pictures isn't too crazy to think about. But I think the nice thing is when people are getting super degen into that kind of stuff, it's more of a sign that we're closer to the bottom than we aren't. So I think that's a good thing.
And I think that's like everyone had real quick. We all experienced this Dogecoin surge. What was it, 2 years ago, right? So everyone experienced that. And like, that was the biggest, I think, mainstream adoption that we've ever seen was Elon Musk shilling Dogecoin during Saturday Night Live and everyone making a bunch of money. So like buying into something like PEPE is not completely out of their comfort zone versus something like a Nakamigo buying one right now. How many people are you going to get to buy that?
I mean, you raise a good point. It is way easier to make a token, a shitcoin, meme coin, basically with like the name of something that's like culturally relevant than it is to like design NFT art. Because that's just like another variable that you have to incorporate. That
well,
said,
also people can buy any amount. Like Nick, you bought 0.1 of PEPE. If it was an NFT project with 10,000 supply, you can't just put in, you have to buy one whole NFT. You can't just put in a negligible amount. You know what I mean? So that's like the other thing as well. A bunch of people can jump into PEPE and say, I'm putting in $100. You know, I want to put in $100. If Nakamigos at 0.9, you have to put in $1,800 or zero. Like those are your options. But yeah, I feel like when a lot of NFT traders are trading shit coins, usually a sign that we're closer to the bottom than not. But I still think that we need some sort of new interesting catalyst to get people excited again.
Dude, I'm tired of y'all fudding Pepe. I'm getting a little bit disappointed here because I feel like this is a 1000x opportunity, and I'm getting really frustrated with y'all for.
I mean, Nick,
missing out on.
if you're a charter dude, I mean, it looks like some bullish consolidation here. Maybe like a nice little bull flag here. So maybe we'll go to 0.0000005 next potentially. You want to pull that up and chart it for us?
We can in a minute. Signal, it looked like you wanted to say something.
No, I was going to say, so there was a really interesting tweet going around yesterday saying if you're basically trading any of these coins, so like Pepe, Kermit, WOJACK, there is a very profitable MEV bot called Jared from Subway.eth. It has spent almost $1 million on gas. So it's one of the highest gas users on the Ethereum network. And it's sandwich attacked all these tokens. And this week, that bot has made 1.5 million in profit just from sandwich attacking these tokens. So if you are trading these tokens, you need to use a blocker of some kind because you are definitely going to get sandwiched on these.
So I'm a big fan of peanut butter and jelly, but when you're saying a sandwich attack is going on, is that basically you're getting front run on the trade?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, your slippage set. You have your slippage set too high. You're trying to dump too high of an amount, and so they front run you.
So can I get that bot?
Can you get that bot easy?
I think so. Yeah, or an iteration of it. It may not be the exact same one. That's probably someone's private bot, but you can buy a MEV bot.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, I wouldn't mess around with this stuff.
You will literally lose every penny that you have if you have no idea what you're doing. And like you'll click 2 buttons, and all of a sudden your MetaMask is negative, and you're like, dude, I didn't even know I could owe MetaMask money. Like those things are like you got to know what's going on because those things are a totally different beast.
Real quick, I want to take a minute to thank someone near and dear to my heart. Not a lover. SoRare. They're a new type of fantasy game powered by the blockchain that is dynasty-based in nature, where players own their cards forever and can use them in all future seasons. Cards in the 2022-2023 seasons can be used next season and so on. Reuse them. You can keep playing with them like a card game. Every card has their own XP point status, so the more you play, the better your cards get. I like that. SoRare has attracted big-time investors, Alexis Ohanian, Serena Williams, Gerard Peake, Blake Griffin, and Rudy Gobert. They've even partnered with athlete ambassadors such as, you know them, Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe, Aaron Judge, and Karl Anthony Towns. SoRare also just had another record-breaking sale. We discussed it earlier with a soccer player, Erling Haaland card going for $180,000. For a moment, thought he was a basketball player, and none of us knew what team he was on. That's because he doesn't play basketball. With the 2023 NBA playoffs underway, SoRare NBA is excited to announce its inaugural playoff competition with even better rewards. SoRare is giving away over $100,000 of prizes. We need a dollar sign on this, man, on this thing. 100K of prizes. I'm like, is it 100,000 prizes, $100,000? I'm assuming it's $100,000. During the NBA playoffs, including NBA memorabilia, merchandise, and even VIP tickets. What is that sound coming? Oh, that was from a video. That was an ad on SoRare. Whoopsie. Thanks for that, Clemente. So make sure to head to the nifty.com/SoRare to scout players whose teams you think will likely make the deepest run in the postseason. I'm actually pissed off because I'm trying to gamble a little bit here with this postseason. My friend added me to a group. I have money that sits on, I don't know, one of the gambling platforms. I don't even know which one I'm on. And I want to participate, but I can't watch the game because the damn Verizon Fios ain't working. But you're not dealing with that issue. You can watch and participate with SoRare. Head over to the nifty.com/SoRare. And for all of the MLB fans, like we've said multiple times, we're giving away a limited, or SoRare is giving away a limited Mike Trout cart to listeners, to our listeners specifically, who sign up with the link in the pinned tweet and draft their starting team. Mike Trout, not to be confused with Johnny Cod and Lisa Salmon. Easy's rolling his eyes at me with that one.
Nick, who you got tonight? Suns or Clippers?
I'm gonna go with the Clippers.
Okay. Okay. We'll take it.
Who are the odds on?
I'd have to check the line. I just see it's at Clippers.
Clippers
So,
are
could be
getting
good.
2.5.
So -2.5 on the Clips, and it's in LA.
No, they're plus 2.5.
Oh, I thought you said they're getting. Oh, okay, they're getting 2.5. Okay, so they're getting the points there. But yeah, I
Those are
mean,
road favorites.
I don't know if I like that little 4-5 action.
I don't know anything about what y'all are talking about, but I appreciate that you all have a deep understanding of it. Look, I watch a game and sometimes I'll take some wild bet on like next person to score a 3-pointer.
Oh, I
like
love that.
Like the like which team
First score is a 3 or a 2. Those are always fun. You gotta enjoy those.
My favorite, first team to score in basketball. That's like the most thrilling, right? If you lose the tip, you're screwed.
Well, I lost some bets while we went to a Knicks game, and then I won a bunch as well, and I made money on that. And that was thanks to taking those wild bets. And there were some people seated next to us, which were telling me to sit down because I was up jumping around, basically being like, get into the net, like telling them to make that happen. So it was a little bit stressful for me. But they ended up, anyways, it ended up working out. Also, are we giving away a free NFT today, Clemente? No?
No free NFT today.
Suddenly everyone leaves.
Gotta go.
Well, that makes me sad. I wanted to claim. Killa Cubs. How did this end up on the list? Are we just shilling for KILLABEARS now? What's going on with
today?
Are you excited about it?
I am. Yeah, so my speculation from a while ago was about that open edition they did. It was a storyline, like interactive mint process that you could get more NFTs. Whoever like on their leaderboard gets a allow list for it. They've only released free NFTs for the entirety of their existence. They've never made any money off of a mint. So this will be their first paid mint. There's been some back and forth.
The open edition was paid.
Yeah, okay. But I'm talking like the PFPs. Sorry, you are correct. The open edition. So everything in the Killa Cubs process has been paid. This is, however, a 0.25 ETH mint. So pricey. With Killa Cubs all getting one for free. So 3,333 will be sent for free. The remaining number are a 0.25 mint. If you bring up the price on the timeline, their community will talk to you about how you're incorrect and wrong, which is all just part of their ecosystem. I do love the Killa Cubs ecosystem. They are only second to Milady and sell shaming for when you exit their ecosystem, which I'm so bullish on.
Well, sounds like you're more bullish than I was thinking. Wasn't Justin Bieber associated with this back in the day?
I think he bought
the
one.
other bears.
But I do think he has a Killa Cub, but there's another bear that he was. They weren't animated.
We have a commenter who keeps paying money to say, do not mint Killa Cubs by PEPE. So
KILLABEARS were not a paid mint.
Okay. Well,
they did have a video with Seth Green, not quite Bieber, but they had a Seth Green cameo in their NFT NYC video.
Dude, this guy's paid like $25.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He's trying to shill Pepe, and I appreciate that. And dude, shill away. You can keep paying $10. He just paid another $10.
Yeah, to say that it sounds like Ben paid me to shill. But yeah, no, he hasn't. He hasn't at all.
You should pay us to make another comment.
Yeah, if you want, I'll keep reading them without mentioning your name. I'm down to have this conversation.
Okay. So in terms of Killa Cubs, the last thing I'll say about this is the fact that they have a 3 ETH floor holding means is that high? That's higher than Doodles. And
it's a 3.3K supply.
Okay.
Market cap wise, it's like 1 ETH. So it's not as high. It's because it's a much smaller community. My concern, I don't even know if I'm gonna mint, to be honest. Like, I'm gonna watch secondary action on the people who mint early because like 0.25 in this market, it's expensive.
Would you buy I don't think we're doing buy, sell, send it to zero on today's episode, right?
No, we have a different segment.
Oh, are they smoking or are they onto something? I like that. Okay, we can dive into that one momentarily. Last question. If we're doing a buy, sell, send it to zero, would you rather buy Doodles or Party Degenerates here?
Jesus. Can I just send the ETH to a burn address? Because I don't want either of them.
Dude, remember Party Degenerates? We were looking at it. They raised $20 million. Their floor price is at 0.04. I don't even think they hosted a party at NFT NYC.
No, they've done parties. They have done parties and events and stuff, but this was quite a classic. I do remember like the parts of the body. You'd have like a hand done by a famous artist, or you'd have a foot done by a famous artist. It was, yeah, it wasn't what I expected it to be on reveal, but there were sort of like small red flags along the way that it was going to be special, but it was definitely a leap of faith, because I think this was like a 0.5. Was this a 0.5 mint kicks? I seem to remember you got into this.
I think
So
it was a
I
Dutch
bought
auction.
I bought it secondary, and I vividly remember these were sitting on secondary temporarily at 0.75 ETH, and I had the option of buying these or buying doodles, which were also at 0.8 ETH roughly at this time, and I bought 4 party degenerates. So took a 50% L, charge it to the game, put a little ranch on that, called a meal.
I think I actually made money on party degenerates. I bought the dip, sold into the pump, and was out of there because I was like, this thing is a scam.
I think there were advisors who were also out of there afterwards. On reveal, like some of the people that you saw on the website just disappeared, which I mean, I would disappear if like I had a hand, which was by one famous artist and then feet by another one. But look, at the end of the day, pretty much all projects have retraced down to pretty low floors. Whether they'll come back, who knows? But it's a macro trend at this point, and but it is sort of interesting to know what are these projects doing with these treasuries who have amounted significant amounts from the 2021, 2022 mints.
I'm gonna real quick play a little bong rip sound effect here as we introduce the next segment.
A little bong.
Oh man, that was a good rip. In today's segment, celebrating 420, we're going to share tweets we've seen circulating and discuss whether or not they've been smoking the devil's lettuce or onto something.
Great special segment.
Dude, I'm liking it.
We got 5 tweets from today. Nick, either you can read them or I can read them, and it goes one way or the other. Are they onto something or are they smoking something?
Dude, you're gonna see some tweets coming from me comparable to this one. D-Gods and Utes will be the #1 and #2 NFT project in the world in 2023. From Frank. For you say I will retweet this. What do you mean?
This was the tweet.
That's
I
what
will
he said,
retweet this.
retweet it.
For people reading this in the future, at the moment I tweeted this, sentiment was low for D-Gods/Utes. People were fading.
D-Gods are down 14% over the last 7 days to 7.9 ETH, with one person sweeping 27 yesterday. Utes are down 18% over the last 7 days to 1.7 ETH. Dude, Frank's just being Frank. Whether or not he's smoking weed, I don't know. He may be on something, but I don't know his drug of choice today. But dude, I mean, this is just Frank being Frank. So I don't think he's smoking weed. I think he's just he's being a champion for the cause. I was actually reading a book last night on marketing that I was and branding that I was I initially didn't like because I didn't think it was relevant to the NFT space, but then there was an area where it really made sense to me. And I think Frank kind of embraces that. Okay, Clemente is saying, let's rapid fire, stop fucking talking. OX Fugazi.
You're supposed to ask the rest of the panel.
Oh, what does the rest of the panel think?
Matters.
You're supposed to ask Signal, Easy, and King.
Sorry, I fucked that up. Okay. Rest of the panel. People who are on stage here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a straight rip of sativa. I think it's definitely possible.
Okay, so maybe I would say that's actually more CBD level then. He's being sober.
I think it's some Delta 8 stuff there. Like, I think it's nothing too crazy,
Gas
but like,
station weed?
yeah, like the gas station. Yeah, that's
He's
kind of
not in Amsterdam. The guy's not in Amsterdam. He's still level-headed. Look, the guy rises like a phoenix, man. You can't fade him at all. So, like, I think he's clear-headed. I think he's clear-headed.
Same here. OX Fugazi. PEPE will explode through 420 million market cap on 420 tomorrow. You are warned.
Smoking loud. The loudest of the loud. 72% dab rips with that one.
I've never even heard that phrase, smoking loud, which shows my age.
Oh, wow.
What is that?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
Like
that's
good.
I'm with
Yeah,
Easy. That's
the
straight
good
blow.
one.
That's not even electronic dabs. That's straight blowtorch dabs. And then you're taking some homemade cookies where they didn't mix the batter right, so you don't know if you got a strong one or a weak one, and you got a strong one.
That's a knife hit. That's gas station heat off of a grill, putting it on the top and inhaling the chemicals off of it.
Cutting a hole in an
That's a
apple.
1 minute dab, no oxygen breaks.
Dude, that's using a fucking vacuum cleaner to pump out that smoke and just filling your car and hotboxing that shit, throwing a cover on top of it so that the cops don't see it, but they are wondering why there's a plugged in vacuum cleaner reverse pumping weed through it from outside the car. So it is a little bit
sounds
curious.
like a personal experience.
I'm just saying the security guard showed up and did call the police. Anon Nakamoto, I will retire.
I will
retire off Nakamigos. Mark my words. In a tweet from Tuesday, this user also claimed to own 11 Nakamigos.
111.
111. My bad. Nakamigos are down 52% over the last 7 days, currently at 0.33 ETH. I will retire. Why are we even going with this tweet? A big bag holder is pumping their bags.
Are they smoking or onto something?
This is for me. This is Nepalese like ganja level. This is like the pure stuff. You go to Nepal, Sir Paul McCartney, all those guys. They flew over there to get the good stuff. This is that level for me.
Maybe a
Nepalese.
little
This is
bit
also the
acid.
guy who said it was Larva Labs. I mean,
Pio, what the hell are you doing behind Clemente? Is that necessary?
He's getting that coffee drip in. Yeah,
being
I'm with Signal
unprofessional.
on this. I think this is you're doing a European backpacking trip and you just picked up just a straight brick of hashish.
No,
you've
yeah,
been
this is
smoking
laying
that
a field in Jamaica and light it on fire around you type level stuff.
Wow. Pio just sits down and says, Clemente, get the hell up.
He says, "This is my desk."
Tapped him on the shoulder, dude.
He patted him on the back and said, "Let me take over."
Look, Pio's got his lean, dude. Pio's got his lean.
I prefer
He
Pio
looks like he's at
speaking when
home.
he's muted here. That was way better.
Oh, was I muted there?
I enjoyed that, actually. On to the next thing. Mute yourself, Pio. No one cares. Io Hoshiki. Hoski. I'm getting feedback over there as well, dude.
Sorry.
No, I mean, dude, the lack of professionalism, dude, just outrageous. Don't be like $150 in my bank account until Thursday. Haven't taken profits on any of my We're doing more Nakamigos. What, dude? Clemente was smoking that good when he was making this segment. 10 plus rares and got in sub 0.01 floor, and I'll be damned if I sell at the bottom. Got 49 billion worth of PEPE and not taking any profits until 250 million market cap. Call me crazy, but I'm convicted. I don't give a fuck. Who are these people? They're clearly smoking.
You will
crack,
be
dude.
convicted for smoking whatever you're smoking. That's what's happening here.
That's a good joke by Easy.
I mean, thanks for the play-by-play.
Oh, good Lord.
He just wanted to play the sound effects. This was literally his opportunity to just
Damn.
we got a new sound effect. Pio's really excited about it. You want to play the last one?
Sayonara, motherfucker. Ow, it went to zero.
Oh, we got it.
I'm just very excited about those.
Bitcoin Pirate.eth on Tuesday said, feels like the BAYC hype train may be over. Seeing Azuki grails moving while apes mutants continue to go lower says a lot about the market interest in Yuga pirates.
Products.
I can't even read, dude. And it doesn't matter, man. That's fine. Will we see Azuki flip BAYC? From an IP perspective and Asian market interest, I think it's actually quite possible. Dude, from the I'm going to manipulate the floor market, I think Azuki looks really promising. When it comes to Bored Ape, I don't know. Like, dude, this is... I mean...
You okay, Nick?
Dude, Bitcoin Pirate kind of triggered me a little bit, and it's not.
Yeah,
it's
you're like literally switching to the stand-up desk. That's how much it triggered him, dude.
It's unsurprising given the fact that he has Bitcoin in his name because, you know, those Bitcoiners, all they care about is Bitcoin. I don't know. I mean, clearly whoever this is, they have to smoke good shit in order to really make it. I think they're on the purple haze train here. Maybe mixed with a little bit of hash dabbed on there. You know what I'm saying? Just sprinkle that on.
I think that they're onto something.
I think they rolled that up in a chocolate Philly blunt.
Nick, you sound like a cop right now.
Yeah, literally. Like this is like this is what's going on, kids? We rolling up that dank.
Yeah, your references are from like the early 2000s.
When I used to smoke weed. So there you go. So anybody else have any perspective on what weed Bitcoin Pirate.eth is smoking?
I think that he might be stone cold sober because I think he might be right. And there's really, I mean, look, it's tough because it's Bored Ape Yacht Club. There's really robust support and interest in Azuki and a very distinct audience for Azuki and clearly an understanding of like pumping collectible value. Whereas there's a lot of pressure on Bored Ape Yacht Club being, you know, a heavily funded $1 billion startup at this point that's trying to make literal like AAA game level products.
Dude, I just want to acknowledge the fact that there's two people competing in the volume of tips that they're giving on our YouTube.
Shout out them, bro.
And
This is the highest grossing video
Google
ever.
takes half of those tips. So like, don't like do that.
What? No, dude, keep doing it. I'm fine.
Google
with it.
takes half of that.
Okay. Well, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
They
So
should just buy the NFTs.
I agree with that, but $10 isn't going to buy you a Nifty portal. And frankly, here's my thought for Frank. Our PFPs are going to be #1 next year.
Woo!
2024.
Damn! There we goes.
Okay, so that's where we're headed with that.
Motherfucker.
I want to take a moment to thank Clemente for that segment, and I want to thank SoRare for sponsoring today's episode. You know SoRare because you heard it earlier in the show. Go to the nifty.com/SoRare because with the 2023 playoffs underway, am I reading the exact same thing again? SoRare NBA is excited to announce its inaugural playoff competition, this time with even better rewards. SoRare is giving away over $100K of prizes during the NBA playoffs, including NBA memorabilia, merchandise, and even VIP tickets to the All-Star game next year. Is anyone going to be at the All-Star game?
Let's go.
Well, like any of us?
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
Well, we should talk to our contact at SoRare. They gave us World Series tickets and the game was rained out. I think All-Star game tickets are appropriate.
I think we should also have Olympic tickets as well. You know, here's the deal, Pio. Actually, I know that. Well, we'll take this offline, but maybe you know, there's two options. It's, you know, how much money they're paying us versus how much benefits we get factors into the math here. Personal perks. That's what they say adds value to shareholders. During the playoffs, game weeks now last the entire week, and finals tournaments will run one per week, which is exciting. SoRare is a free-to-play product where you collect digital cards of various scarcities to play in fantasy competitions each week for rewards because the cards utilize the blockchain. You own them forever. Simply put, it's the first time gamification through fantasy meets true ownership through collectibles in a digital environment, all made possible by blockchain technology. Put that into your pipe and smoke it. Why are you nodding your head like that?
Because I mean, you're just crushing this sponsor read, man. I'm taking notes.
Their key differentiator, you know what it is? Utility. You keep asking us in the Discord, what do I get for this NFT? What do I get for it? Well, they're telling you what they're giving you. Collectibles with the fantasy game layered on top. Make sure to head to the nifty.com/SoRare to scout players whose teams you think will likely make the deepest run in the postseason. And for all of the MLB fans, we're giving away a limited time Mike Trout card to listeners. Our listeners of our show, not Mike Fish, Mike Trout. who sign up with the link in the pinned tweet and draft their starting team. So get on that, and shout out to SoRare for sponsoring this show. Quick note, did you miss out on Bored Ape Yacht Club? Did you miss out on CryptoPunks? Did you miss out on minting Pudgy Penguins, on minting Azuki? Did you fall into that category? Well, we have an opportunity for you. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You know, all I'm saying is, with conviction, I'm aiming to make this bigger than D-Gods. If Frank wants to come out spouting that shit, all right, I'm gunning for you. And like, the reality is, you're not going to be number one if we have anything to say about it. And there's only one path to get there. That's pick up a portal. Literally, our entire lives are dedicated. We have hours of meetings to figure out what do we do to deliver the best value possible. How do we structure the dynamics of the business? And you have barely seen anything yet. We launched a platform. We're delivering quality art. We got 2 PFPs about to drop. And all I'm saying is, that's like the beginning. This was like the warm-up. This was, the first season was
stretching. Nick's just stretching. He hasn't even started playing in the game.
He just put his spandex on.
Yeah, he's making sure those glutes are loose.
Dude, I'm getting recruited for the MLB, and you're going to be seeing me on SoRare because I was in the AAA league before. Okay?
Oh, good Lord.
Are you, dude, we're moving up to the F1 side of racing.
Sayonara, motherfucker.
That's where we're headed. So you're gonna want to pick up a portal. If you're not, dude, I'm buying more portals, because I'm trading them. I'm expecting to sell them at
No,
some
you're
point
gonna
for a
borrow.
massive.
You're gonna
a
borrow
massive-
against them.
That's true, actually.
You're gonna borrow against them.
Nick, can you make a commitment on stage today? If a year from now, on 4/20/2024, if the portals are above 1 ETH, will you smoke a Philly blunt before we go on air?
No, on air.
On air.
On air. Make that commitment.
Yeah.
All right, and it won't be
dude.
it won't be the portal. It'll be the ETH PFP.
Yes.
Is what you're talking about. Over 1
Yes.
ETH. Okay. Nick smokes a big marijuana-filled cigar on the show.
What happens if it doesn't?
You don't have to smoke. It's not a big deal.
You still have to do it.
You have to smoke crack on
Yeah.
air. Ruin your life.
Yes.
Just completely ruin your life.
That's what you have to do. 4/20/2024. If it's over 1 ETH, you smoke a marijuana-filled cigarette. If it's under 1 ETH, you smoke crack.
Yeah, can it be a joint? And more importantly,
The
I'm
real
worried
warrior
people
is
are gonna be
heavy.
like, keep the price down.
Yeah. Dude, I would love to see Nick on crack. I bet he's fucking hilarious.
I mean, what do
Yeah,
I do?
dude.
I need some penalty if it's not
Well,
above, basically.
it needs to be something that nobody wants. Everybody wants you to smoke weed. Nobody wants you to
Eat my dick.
oh
That's a left field. That's a left field right there.
That was from, dude.
Is that a Succession line? That really feels like a Succession line right there.
It's stolen from what's it? McAfee. John McAfee was like, if Bitcoin doesn't hit 500,000 by the end of whenever, I'll eat my own dick.
And he killed himself, so you didn't have to do it. That's the crazy part of this story.
Well, this has been a great episode once again. Thank you for joining. To all of the YouTubers. Remember, like and subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow. As